What's up, everybody? This is OLB One Lucky Bullet here with a review for Cosmic Star Heroine. This game came out late last year. Well, maybe not too late, but last year on the PS4 and on Steam. It was a Kickstarter game from back in 2013. But it just recently came out on the Nintendo Switch. It came out earlier this year on the Vita. So let's get into it. This is a pretty much traditional RPG top-down, heavily inspired by Chrono Trigger, which is one of my favorite games of all time, probably my favorite game of all time. So obviously I was very interested in this from the start. So this game follows the tale of Alyssa, and she is like a government secret agent. She gets sent on a couple missions and then ultimately gets betrayed, and you get kind of sucked into this huge conspiracy where there's a lot of other people and things trying to take over the universe and destroy it. And, you know, it's a normal kind of cliche plot, but the game itself works great. The story's pretty good. It's not the best thing. It's not going to set the world on fire. The combat is very fun. The basic way the combat works is you have a normal attack that you can use all the time, but then you also have skills, and those skills can only be used once unless you rest. You have to rest in the battle to recharge yourself, and then you also can use items. That takes a turn. And then you also have a program, which is like little mod chips you get to install on each one of your characters, and they give you almost like these super abilities. You have a charging meter that you have that can go all the way up to 300%. That increases all your attributes. You also have different levels for unleashing your attacks. You have 3 levels. So all in all, it's pretty deep when it comes to the combat for, you know, a smaller RPG. This game doesn't take an immense amount of time to 100%. I platinumed it on my PS4 and I did it on the Vita. And then I think I'm almost done with it on my PC. But each run through, to get every NPC character, every person in your party, and all the side quests probably takes about 12-15 hours, which isn't terribly long. It has a kind of Suikoden feel to it, where it's like a base building. Later in the game, you can go around to each of the planets and recruit different NPCs that join your ship, and they contribute different things. Has great art style and cutscenes. Just broken up throughout the game, whether it's the intro to the singing partner that joins you, to the monsters, to way later in the game. Most of the time in an RPG like this, the final battle is a letdown, but this one actually wasn't. It was pretty good. The game does a good job of warning you when there is the point of no return. It'll let you know that, you know, hey, this is the end of the game. Once you reach this point, there's no going back. You know, if you have side quests or characters you want to recruit or things that you still want to do, make sure you do it now. There's tons of stuff off the beaten path for you to go and get. Whether it's treasure chests or secret little areas that boost your character up with different mod chips and ultimate weapons and stuff that you can get at the very end. It's just a very, very well put together RPG, and I believe it's only $20, so it's not a $60 purchase. It's $20. I wish that they would have done more to it. I wish they would add more to it, some DLC or something. And I'm not even a huge DLC fan, but for a cheap game like this, I think that there was room to add more on to the game. Eventually, there was more stories you could tell. The characters that you get throughout the game are pretty good. There's a few that I don't really care for and I try not to use. There's a couple really good characters that you're going to get way late in the game, and it's almost a shame because you get them so late. It would have been nice to have them a lot earlier. The soundtrack is very good. It's got the classic RPG kind of music, but it's also got some rock mix into it. It's got some decent little set pieces where you're being hunted and, you know, grapple hooking up the side of a building, to fighting in a cyborg mech suit. It does it all. I think that you wouldn't be disappointed with this. I think you'd probably actually be surprised by how much you enjoy it. So with that said, I think I'm going to give the game a 7 out of 10. The only reason why it's a 7 and not an 8 or a 9 or a 10 is just because I felt like there was more to do with it. It was short, and it's kind of simplistic. What I'd like for you guys to do is hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.